America, I am an 80s baby, raised in the 90s, in the 2000s.
Mm.
But them 90s, they just some dear memories were made during them 90s, America. And as a sports fan, my sports life is in shambles. Okay? I did a segment on this before, but we found out that Phil Jackson is a racist. I found out that Hulk Hogan is a racist. I'm gonna talk about that a little later. My God. Deion Sanders, who was my favorite football player, shitted on Jackson State University. Brett Favre, who was my favorite quarterback and the quarterback of my favorite team, he's the reason why they are my favorite team, stole welfare money. Michael Jordan's son is piping down Scottie Pippen's ex-wife. And Pippen despises Michael Jordan. Lord have mercy. We got to talk about this. America, we gonna talk about it. The Pippen Jordan beef has hit a new low. Okay. Before we do, please hit the subscribe button. I need you. You can do that for me. You can at least give me that. I ain't got much of a childhood to hang on to, so you can at least give me that. Okay. If I wanted to keep this thing going, the Tupac and Biggie dead and gone, R. Kelly in jail for doing what he's a sexual predator. These are all 90s. God damn. So please just hit that subscribe button and support. You can do that. Okay. I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something that is my brother Tim, G. Jacob, the honorable one. At least somebody got some honor left. At least someone got some honor left. God. If you missed it, America, because I'm going to throw this to my brother. Scottie Pippen was on Stacey King's show. Now, you don't know Stacey King unless you really know the Bulls dynasty, okay?
Yeah, you the 90s, 91, 92, 93.
Stacey King was a part of that part of the dynasty, okay? The first three people.
Yeah.
Bench player, okay? When he got out there, you know, he did his job from time to time. All right. He was disgruntled, though. He demanded a trade, but that's neither here nor there. Well, I'm going to talk about some of that a little later. Him and Scottie were doing a bunch of lying. But Scottie was on this main show, and Scottie said that LeBron James is probably going to go down as the greatest statistical player of all time. And that Michael Jordan was a horrible player before Pippen came to the Bulls. Now, the aforementioned Stacey King tried to go back and say that clip had been edited, like it had been doctored or something. Like Scottie really didn't say that. This is what he said. I want to point this out because this son bitch be lying. I see who Stacey King is for real now. Okay. He said this clip was edited to fit a narrative for clickbait. This isn't what Scottie Pippen said, and if you watch the video closely, his mouth never moves. This video reminds me of a bad dubbed 70s kung fu movie. If you want to hear his real answer, go listen to his interview on Got the Hot Sauce or something like that. He called
Give me the hot sauce. Give me the hot sauce.
Give me the hot sauce, something like that. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, America, Stacey King's a motherfucking liar. Because of that tweet right there, and I guess my childhood, me trying to hope that my childhood could be saved, I was hoping that shit was doctored. So I took my ass to his damn platform on YouTube, which hell, we are approaching it. I think he got 6 or 7,000 subscribers. We got over 5,000. Okay. And I ain't never played for no goddamn Chicago Bulls. So we
We
doing
thank
something right
y'all.
over here.
We
We
thank
doing something
y'all.
right.
We thank y'all.
So that motherfucker was trying to drive traffic his way.
Mhm.
Because that's exactly what Scottie said. Matter of fact, Scottie said a lot more than that. Scottie went in. Okay. So, unfortunately, Bulls fans, that's what that man said now. And he said a lot more. Okay. I'll fill you in on the rest, but I want to just get my brother's thoughts because he grew up a Bulls fan. And unlike me,
I like seeing it burn.
he stuck around. So he stuck through it.
I like
Okay.
watching it burn.
So see,
I'm there.
see,
I'm there watching it burn to the ground.
T, what are your thoughts on the latest?
Correct me if I'm wrong. In the interview, did he not take Mike in his top 5?
They asked him about a Mount Rushmore. That he Scotty probably. I don't want to pile on Scotty. This is why it's so hard. Scotty did end up giving him 5 instead of 4, and Michael Jordan was in that.
He was in his first 4,
Yes,
and then he added in.
Kareem,
Yeah,
Mike,
he added in Carl.
Magic,
Or did he say Malone first?
Malone.
In his 4. Then he came
Mm-hmm.
back and he said he would take Magic out for Bean,
Mm-hmm.
but he stuck with
Wow,
Magic.
wildin'.
Yeah, look. I don't put any stock anymore if Pippen's in an interview and he's got a microphone in front of him, other than that this is something's gonna go viral. That's what you have to tell yourself. Every time the microphone is in front of Scottie Pippen from here on out, something in that interview is going to go viral. And that's great. He's probably trying to help Stacey King out. It's probably a mutual thing. He's like, hey Pip, come on through. You know, we've been getting all the old bulls because he said that in the show. We've been getting all the old bulls come back. We got Cliff Levingston from over there and Scott Williams from over there and Judd Bushler from over here. And you know, we want everybody to come back and talk about whatever. But you gonna bring some views to me because you
And
Pip.
right there, but that was early on. You just getting into the interview, right?
Yeah.
And then Pip took a shot at Mike right there.
Yeah.
He said, he said, I didn't hear you say Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically,
He's
throwing a shot at Mike for
yeah.
not coming on the main
Yeah,
on the main show.
and Mike
So
ain't coming.
he came on out the gate swinging.
Mike ain't coming though. They all know that. You first of all, if you ain't gambling, Mike ain't coming. That's first thing. If you ain't got no money to lose, Mike ain't coming.
See there.
If we ain't playing gin rummy or playing Monopoly or something, Mike ain't coming. That's first thing. But it was a trade-off. You could tell Pip was trying to promote Digits, his whiskey. So, you know, every now and then Stacey would throw that out there and let the people know that Pip got the whiskey. And then, you know, Pip come on to help him get views, and he's getting views, I'm sure. And Stacey King, it seems like it's a decent little it's a decent podcast. You know, it's, you know, he gets into some stuff and he's entertaining. Stacey King's, you know, kind of entertaining guy or whatever. So it's all there. I really don't think this hit a new low though. I don't.
How is that, T?
I think Pip
You're taking this beat very lightly, T.
I think Pip.
He's piping.
Pip.
His ex-wife's getting piped by Marcus Jordan, T.
That's not neither one of them's problem.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
That's the mother of his children, T.
Pip know what he got there. And Mike's son just happened to be Mike's son.
T.
That's all I'm saying. They two grown folks. I can't get involved. I can't get caught up with that. This is what we do now. This is America, Jack. This is what's going down.
No.
And I'm not going to get caught up with them two consenting adults doing what they do. I get that they daddy, the wife The husband and the daddy played together. I got it. They grown. But they didn't hit a new low to me. He said horrible player, and I totally discredit that because he put him in his Mount Rushmore. So obviously he wasn't horrible. I know he said, well, he got better when I got there. No, that's not true, Pip. The whole thing is Pip seeking validation. That's what I see when I hear Pip talk now. He's trying to seek some sort of validation. I don't know what that is, but Pip has been through a lot personally. Pip has also been through a lot in his career with finances and things of that sort too. And he's just trying to right the ship. And in the midst of that, you got what you got with his wife or ex-wife, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got that situation. But then he's also got some good things where, his son's in the league now playing for the Lakers.
His son is playing on the team with somebody that slept with his mama. Like, it's so much shit. Malik Beasley.
I got it. Maybe they dapped it up. I don't know. All I know is this. Celebrities, money, all this stuff ain't nothing out the realm of possibility. Ain't none of this stuff shocked me. I know it's your childhood, but I'm just telling you.
It's yours too, T.
I said I'm here to watch it burn. Didn't I tell you that before I started talking? I'm here to watch the whole thing go to flames. I'm here. I'm a Bulls fan. I'm gonna stay here until the concrete show up at the bottom of the building. I'm watching it. But it just, I think it was just a clickbait moment to me. It just, I mean, he may feel like that.
That's how that man feel, T.
But at the same time, though, he put him in
strategic.
his Mount Rushmore. Why ain't you just throw another shot? Just not even put him on there. That'd been even better to me. I'd have fully validated everything he said. I'd have been like, Pip really feel like that if he hadn't put him on that Mount Rushmore, quote unquote. I'd have been good. I'm like, okay.
He had started out there. He started talking about Kareem first.
But
he was finna go that route.
But see, at the end of the day, though, all I know is Mike is an asshole, and we know it. We got it. But he did say in The Last Dance, you can't speak me without speaking him. I think he fully believes that. I don't think that's a slight. I think he's being honest. I think he's like, now, was he a hard ass on him? Was he did he talk about him and the migraine thing and the being selfish and not coming to play that last season in the contract dispute and all that? Okay. You could draw you could say something different to that. But this is just one of them situations where I don't think it hit a new low. I think it's been low. It's been bad. It's like
he called this man a horrible player, T.
I don't think he got there. Yeah, but who's really going like you really gonna sit there and entertain that Scottie Pippen called this man a horrible player when Pip couldn't even shoot when he first came in the league?
I'm not entertaining that, but LeBron James America is entertaining that big time.
Oh my God. Well,
they are.
That's the divide, though. But see, that's the divide right now. We know what the LeBron fans are gonna say. See, they're gonna react like that.
But this gives them this man's greatest teammate saying that the motherfucker was trash until I got there. This is what I got to deal with in my group text with my young boy.
Well, see, now you're referring it to you.
See, you're not around. I guess you're not around LeBron James folks a lot.
Not like that.
Okay, see, that's the thing.
They give credence to Jordan as well. I mean, it's not like they discredit Jordan.
Not the LeBron fans that I'm around, nor because I do all these businesses on social media, so I'm on social media every day, and that's all they talking about. Yeah. Hey. They say like y'all respected Kwame Brown opinion, you gotta respect Scottie Pippen. Scottie
Yeah,
Pippen.
yeah,
Okay.
and I want to say now, in between all that, there was one MVP and Defensive Player of the Year amidst that horrible player stuff, right?
Well, that was Scottie's rookie year, which Scottie came off the bench the whole year.
Well, then Scottie wasn't nice. Scottie wasn't
That was
nice.
Scottie's rookie year.
Scottie can't say that.
But I can get a rundown. All right. This is what Michael Jordan did before he ever met Scottie Pippen. Freshman year, well, McDonald's All-American.
Are you going that far back?
Yeah, I'm going that far back.
Oh, you ain't got to do all that.
McDonald's All-American. Hit the game-winning shot his freshman year at North Carolina to win his national championship. Went on to get College Player of the fucking Year. Okay. Left school early after 3 years, which that was a big deal back then to leave after 3 years instead of 4. Still a big deal in the 80s. Okay. Rookie of the year. During his rookie season, the motherfucker averaged 28 points, 6 dimes, 7 boards, I'm rounding, 2.4 steals. In the playoffs, the numbers went up to 29 a game, 2.8 steals, 9 assists, 6 boards.
They had to go up.
And this is versus a Milwaukee Bucks team featuring Sidney Moncrief, Terry Cummings, who was thought of as the prototypical small forward moving forward. He got hurt though, okay? But at that point, he was a bad motherfucker, okay? Next year, he broke his foot, okay? But then he came back for the playoffs. And in the playoffs versus legendary Boston Celtics, motherfucker averaged 44 points on them, including a 49-point game and a 6 3-point game. Okay?
He's horrible.
This is before he met Scottie Pippen now. In 1987, 86, 87, this son bitch averaged 37 points a game.
He did.
Okay. Made first team all defensive, if I'm not mistaken. I had to double check on that. Okay. I feel confident saying that.
He made first team all defense.
Okay, because he had 2.9 steals that year. So imagine that. Imagine that. This is before he met Scottie Pippen. America, think back to what James Harden did that year that he averaged 35. Now imagine him having Kawhi Leonard type of defense or Drew Holiday type of defense. I'm trying to give you a frame of reference because you ain't going back and watching the game. So I'm giving you something from right now, okay? That level of bucket, but add 2 points to it, with Drew Holiday level, not Drew Holiday getting cooked by Jimmy Butler defense, okay? I'm talking about the normal Drew Holiday defense. That's what that motherfucker did before he met Scottie Pippen. And then Scottie Pippen's rookie year, when he was coming off the bench all year, all the motherfucker did went and got all the individual awards. MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, First Team All Defense, All-Star Game MVP, Slam Dunk Champion, all that kind of shit.
There you go. So you think I'm finna get that man any validity to what he's saying?
No, you're not, but in this basketball game of back and forth, that's in terms of the GOAT talk, that is.
Well,
that's what Streets out here doing.
I guess the motto is either you can listen to them say it or you can go watch it. Draw your own opinion.
But I do want to point out a couple other things, cause just show how sleazy Stacey King is for lying to me like that, make me waste my time trying to make me think that the shit was doctored. Okay. Pip came out lying about Stacey King, first of all, talking about Stacey King didn't complain about minutes. Like I said, Stacey King demanded a fucking trade. You can go back, if you go back and watch the Bulls playoff games at that time, you will hear the commentators talk about this motherfucker demanding a trade. If I'm not mistaken, the damn fans start booing him. This is also in the book, one of those books, either Jordan Rule or it might be Pip's book. One of the books that's out there about this, it's there. So that was a cap. So it seemed like Scottie, though, trying to be nice to all the teammates to kind of contrast himself with Mike being the asshole. He trying to say, I love all y'all. You know what I'm talking about? He ain't gonna say nothing bad about nothing while Mike say, be the asshole to He's still mad about Game 6 of the '92 Finals not being spoke about in detail, which I've said before. If you go watch Michael Jordan Airtime, that documentary, they talk about that shit. They show Michael Jordan on the bench. Mike talks about how he didn't have it. And how them guys went out there and did their thing. They showed Bobby Hansen out there hitting shots and shit like that. Last Dance didn't go deep in that, but you already had a documentary that did go deep into that. They still perpetuating the goddamn lie that Scottie Pippen guarded Magic Johnson.
I was waiting on this one.
I'm so sick of this. And that's just being a lie. He knows that Game 3, 4, and 5, Michael Jordan went back to guarding that man. He knows that. So I don't know how these dudes fix their mouth and just keep doing that. He's on tape. I would show y'all right now, America. I would show y'all, but they're going to hit me with that fair use shit. Okay. But I put the clip out before on our social. I put it on Instagram, put it on some, and it's on our Facebook. Put it on some page. Well, Scottie Pippen after Game 5 is telling everybody about, well, in Game 2, I kind of showed that you can put more ball pressure on them, and I think that led to Michael doing some of that more than I think that's why Phil stuck with him. And you didn't even have to take that sound bite. You go watch the games, but you just take that sound bite.
Yeah.
So this lie has just festered, and it's led to other lies like that Scottie always guarded the other team's best perimeter player. When you can go watch the game, you'll see Mike guarding Isaiah Thomas. Like when Charles Barkley was in the East, and so his best perimeter scorer was like Hersey Hawkins. Michael is guarding him. Mike guarding Reggie Miller. Like you see this shit. But then this stuff festers that Scottie always took the other team. They used to really just match up for the most part. Back then, you took your matchup. Man, like today, everybody ducking. Everybody just duck smoke. Back then, you got to guard your position for the most part. He came for Phil Jackson. Now, remember, he said Phil was racist before. And we thought he was tripping because, we had never heard nobody say that. We saw how hard Mike was going for him. Phil Jackson was a hippie.
Yeah.
And then, Pip tried to walk that back a little bit. But in this interview, he said he doesn't know if Phil and Michael were ever in his corner. Said him and Phil don't have and never had a strong relationship. He called both Mike and Phil selfish. He said that Phil was a CBA coach before Krause gave him a chance. And then you turn around and shit on Krause. So like Scottie Pippen, who it's documented that he went on the bus and cussed Jerry Krause the fuck out. In this interview, he signed with Krause over Jordan. Oh, God. You can't make this shit up.
Validation.
To your point about the trauma in his life, and this is the first time I've heard him say this. I had to go back and double read. I read the book, but I had to go back and double check if he's saying this. But says him getting the migraine may have been because of the trauma of losing the daddy. Yeah. Now I did see that it was in the Philadelphia series against Chuck. Scottie missed the game to go to the father's funeral, maybe, or I don't know. The father had just died. I don't know, but he said maybe that was it. I don't know. I don't know if that's why he got the migraine. I watched that whole series that year. Every home team, the home team won every game. And Detroit had home court advantage. And Pip wasn't the only one trash in that game. I keep telling folks that. Everybody was trash in that game except for Mike. You know what I'm talking about? But BJ and Horace, they don't get none of that kind of smoke. But they were fucking trash in that game. Right. But that was interesting based, he had the trauma with the daddy, trauma with the brother. Now he got the trauma with the was it a daughter or son? Somebody, one of his kids died tragically, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I think one of his kids died tragically. Like you said, you're right. He said Mike got Mike as a Mount Rushmore player, but then he said no one's the greatest. What makes Michael the greatest? Because the media gave him a bunch of MVPs. I just saw the motherfucking best player not get picked by his peers. Talking about Jokic.
Yeah.
He did. Now he did call LeBron the greatest winner. Call LeBron the greatest winner.
He did.
And greatest statistical player, but not the greatest player. The greatest winner, and greatest statistical player, but he's not the greatest player.
Who is that?
What the fuck does that mean?
I mean, in the midst of the real stuff, he threw you some BS. I mean, this is just where we at, man. I mean, when that microphone hot, you know, it's whatever you feeling is gonna come out. Pip almost 60 years old, man.
He said Mike's only goal was scoring titles before Phil got there, and then that it still didn't sink in for a while. See, shit like that don't make sense because he kept winning scoring titles.
Winning them after him. That's right. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying about these guys. Yeah, you play in the league, but that don't mean you just some brilliant motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Like you probably got some high basketball IQ. Some of them don't even got that. I know some people who can play the game of basketball, but they don't know the game of basketball. Like physically, they can do it, but they can't tell you a 2-3 zone. They can't tell you how to break up this press and how to do this. Out. They don't be knowing shit. They just know when somebody tell them what to do, they go execute it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like shit like that, analytically, or you got to know this man kept winning scoring titles, bro. What the?
Like Mike won scoring titles for 7 years in a row. I mean, from 87 to 93, he led the league in scoring.
And wound up with total of 10.
Total 10.
Like once he came back, he got 96, 97, 98, got 3 more. So what we talking about?
Yeah, I said 7. My bad. It was 7.
You right.
7, and then he got 3 more on the end.
Yeah, that's 10. Mm-hmm. I think they thought that he wasn't never gonna win a scoring title again. Because the triangle offense is a motion offense. So I guess you would think, okay, nah, he ain't finna win anything. No more. Dominique finna get something to eat now.
When you hit your spot, when you're in your spots, because all Mike did was shoot in his spots.
And when the damn offense didn't work,
he could get a bucket.
It would just give him the fucking ball.
Exactly.
That's why something else they were talking about was some bullshit. Him and Stacey thinking that if somebody runs a triangle today, they'll win numerous championships. This is coming from somebody who, my 1 year as a head coach before they consolidated the schools, I tried to implement the triangle offense with my youngest. With this thinking, this was my logic. I was like, shit, it did all that shit for them back then. They make 11 championships off running. I'm gonna try to see what I can do with it. Man, that shit, you got to have, first of all, you got to have high basketball IQ kids, or shit, even adults, to run that shit.
Yeah.
Because it's all based off their reads.
Yeah.
I'm really just giving you a structure and teaching you how to read shit, but then when you got to read it. Yeah. So when I used to put the defense on it, it looked great on air. Nobody out there, whoo, that bit was beautiful. Soon the defense got on them, man, that shit went out the door. So we've seen what Phil won them ships with Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Shaq running that triangle.
Yep.
That shit didn't work in New York.
Nope.
They tried to run it in New York.
Nope.
When he became the president?
Yeah, he was president of basketball operations.
It didn't work. Brought Derek Fisher in and everything to try to run it.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work.
Just saying, man. I don't think we hit a new low. I just think it's
We
just
there, T. We
it's a
at
hot
the
mic.
we at the
Hot
flow.
mics. Hot mics.
Did you hear what I just? This man took Jerry Krause side, T. Scottie Pippen.
I know.
Even with the organization win championship comment, he took Jerry Krause side on that.
He probably forgot that he said what he said to Krause.
When it's documented in all these books, and on the Last Dance too, if I'm not mistaken, but I know it's documented in the book where he just cussed that man all the way out.
Yep.
And Pip had a right to be mad with Krause and Reinsdorf.
Yep.
Reinsdorf didn't want to renegotiate the contract. I'm not saying that. Pip was underpaid. Pip was underpaid. I ain't even saying Pip had was wrong. But some of this shit is crazy. Now, the stuff with Marcus Jordan, I wouldn't get over that. But the Last Dance stuff, you are right. You said something, T, that nobody else said. That in the damn documentary, that man said, you don't mention my name without mentioning Scottie Pippen.
That's what he said.
That's what you want the man to say.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't want the migraine stuff in there, but it happened. He didn't want the refusing to come in the game stuff in there. It's like I was telling my wife. My wife hates that when people die, and I like when Tina Turner passed away and somebody else passed away, some people will show what the bad stuff they did as well.
Mm-hmm.
My wife like, why y'all do that? And I was like, well, if they don't want nobody to show what bad shit they did. Jim Brown. Mm-hmm. Okay. Jim Brown passed away. Some people mentioned that he caused some domestic violence case.
Right.
But my argument was, shit, well, don't do this shit. Don't get nobody nothing to dig up.
Yeah.
And nobody mentioned it. If Pip hadn't have done that, it wouldn't have been in the documentary.
Yeah.
You the one that said, I ain't gonna fuck my summer up. And I learned what he was doing that summer from the book, from his book. He married that woman. That 1997 summer where he's like, I'm not finna get this surgery. I'm gonna delay the surgery because I'm not gonna fuck my summer up. He married the woman who's getting piped by Marcus Jordan.
There you go. There it is. Back to it.
See?
Back to it.
I'm done.
Hey, man.
I'm burning up my basketball cards.
Check the value on them first before you burn them.
Well, real ones, y'all chime in. Let us know what y'all think about the latest in the feud between Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Put it on some.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?